How are y'all doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Today, we're welcoming you to Kathy's Creole Kitchen, and we're going to be making greens. I know a lot of people like greens. It's a staple for a lot of families for Sunday dinner, and the type of greens that we're going to be making is going to be half collard greens, half mustard greens. Mustard greens are my favorite, and I have to admit, before now, I never really liked collard greens, but I figured out a way to merge the two flavors, and it comes out wonderful. And I know you've noticed how people tell you to cook collard greens with sugar. Well, no added sugar is going to be needed. I have my ingredients so I don't forget what to tell you, so we're going to start off with that. We're going to start off with 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 3 slices of bacon cooked and crumbled, and we reserve the bacon grease in the pot that we're going to cook the greens in. 1 large onion chopped, which is about a cup. 2 cloves of garlic chopped real fine. 1 pound of greens, and like I say, it's 1 bunch of mustard greens and 1 bunch of collard greens. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and just a pinch of red pepper flakes. So we're going to see how that works. And I did tell you the 4 cups of chicken broth. So I'm going to show you right quick how to cut the greens. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that hard stem out, because truthfully nobody likes a hard stem, and it takes a long time to cook these stems and make them tender. So I find the best way to do this is just to cut these big stems out. So I'm going to get my greens all cleaned and cut out, and then I'll show you how to cut it. Okay, so I've got all the stems out of it. So I'm going to show you the best way to cut this. You're going to get a few leaves together, roll them, just roll them up like this, and then take a knife and cut them about like that. I'd say about 2 inches. You know, you want them about 2 inches thick, 1.5 inches, but you want them in strips, so that's why you roll them. So see, we cut them and put them there. We get some more, and all we're doing is we're stacking them, and then we're rolling them, and then we're putting them in the bowl to prepare. So let's do that, and then we'll get them in the pot. Okay, so the greens are cut, and they've been washed several times, at least 5 or 6 times, because greens they're grown in like a loose soil, so they have a lot of dirt on them. So I've cut them, rinsed them, and they're ready to go. But the first thing we do is we're going to on the flame and turn fire under the bacon grease that we have there, and then we're going to add the olive oil to it. We're going to add the olive oil to the bacon grease, put that in there, and we're going to saute the onions first. We're going to saute the onion until they're translucent. Then we're going to add the garlic, and then the seasonings, and last but not least, the broth, the greens, and the bacon. So let's get the onions in here and get these sauteed. Okay, the onions are translucent, so now we're going to add the garlic, and you only let the garlic cook for about a minute because you don't want to scorch it or burn it. So we're going to dump the garlic in here. We're going to stir it up, let it cook a little. And we're going to go ahead and add the bacon to it, because we want the bacon to get a little of the seasoned taste on it. The onions and the garlic flavor. So stir that around. Get that. This over here, so put that in there. Greens is, for me, I love greens for the holidays. Next month, well, not next month, the month of October, we're going to start doing a whole thing of holiday foods that's staples in my home for holiday dinners. Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, it's a big ta-da. So I'm going to show you how to make all of the sides that we normally prepare for the holidays. But mustard greens is definitely a staple every holiday, I want mustard greens. But like I say, this is something new I've done, the mustard greens with the collards. And I mean, this is the best you've ever had. It is so good, and I'm so excited to show you guys how to make it. So I think that's enough time for the bacon and the garlic. So we're going to add the greens. Put the greens in there. We're going to add the 4 cups of chicken broth. Pour it all in there. Got that. And then we're going to add the salt, pepper, and the dash of red pepper. This is a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of black pepper, and a dash of red pepper flakes. So we're going to stir this up, and we're going to cook it down. And cooking it down means you're going to leave the fire on medium-high for about 45 minutes. Or you can, when you start seeing it cook down, then you can turn the fire down a little more. But you have to watch greens. Greens is something that I don't necessarily walk away from. The first 30 minutes, yeah, I walk away from it. But the last 15 to 30 minutes, you never know. So I'm mixing it up. I'm going to cook it down a bit before I put the top on it. Like I say, we're going to cook it at least 45 minutes, but maybe an hour. You just have to check. So we will cook it down, and then we'll see how it tastes. Okay, so the greens have been cooking for 45 minutes under a medium-high fire. We're going to turn the fire off now. We're going to dish us out some of these delicious greens. Now, I just want to let you know that there are some options with these greens. You can not put the bacon in it and just use the chicken broth in it and no meat, and they'll be just as delicious. And you can double or triple the recipe as you need to do, because I know 2 bunches of greens is not a lot, because if people really like them, there's a lot of people at dinner, then you won't have enough. So you can double or triple or quadruple this recipe however you need. And like I say, you don't have to add the bacon, but you do have to have the 4 cups of chicken broth. So let's taste it, because I know it's like really hot. So give a fork. See how delicious they look? Don't they look delicious? Let's see. And I promise you, this is going to be the best greens you ever ate. They are so delicious with the mustard greens and the collard greens mixed together. Ooh, it's kind of hot. Oh. They're just perfect. And if you want more spice, you can add more red pepper flakes. I just add a dash because everybody doesn't like it real spicy. I love it real spicy. But let's recap the ingredients because I wrote them down. Let me tell you what you need. You need a tablespoon of olive oil, 3 slices of bacon cooked and crumbled, and you reserve the bacon grease in the pot. 1 large onion chopped, which is about a cup. 2 cloves of garlic minced. You need a pound of greens, and that's usually 1 bunch of mustards and 1 bunch of collards. And like I say, you can double, triple, whatever you need to do. 4 cups of chicken broth. 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, and a dash of red pepper flakes. That's the perfect ingredients for the perfect greens, and I promise you everyone will love them. So cook this for your family and tell me how you like it. Serve it with cornbread, serve it as a side, however you want. I hope you enjoyed this recipe today, and I hope your family enjoys it. And please, please subscribe to my YouTube page, Kathy's Creole Kitchen. Leave me comments. Let me know if you cooked it, how it turned out, who liked it. Anything you want to say, I'm here to listen. Thank you so much for joining me at Kathy's Creole Kitchen, and I hope y'all have a lovely weekend. Thank you.